If you are watching this video, there is a high probability that you are making at least one of the financial mistakes that keep millions of people trapped in poverty. And the first one is more common than you imagine. Living without controlling your expenses. We are not just talking about spending too much money. We are talking about not knowing exactly where your money goes every month. Most people work hard, receive their salary, pay some bills, whatever remains simply disappears. At the end of the month, they ask, "Where did my money go?" This is where the problem begins. When you lack financial clarity, you lack power. Money needs direction. If you do not decide where it goes, your habits will decide for you. Small daily expenses seem harmless. Okay, coffee here, a subscription there. Impulse online purchases, minimum credit card payments. Individually, they seem small, but together they create a constant leak of wealth. The problem is not the coffee. The problem is the lack of awareness. Wealthy people do not necessarily earn more at the beginning, but they almost always know exactly how much comes in and how much goes out. They control their cash flow like it is the nervous system of their financial life. If you do not know how much you spend on entertainment, fast food, digital subscriptions, or impulse shopping, then you are not managing your money. You're reacting to it, and reacting never creates wealth. Lack of control creates stress. Stress creates bad decisions, and bad decisions create more poverty. This mistake is silent because it does not hurt immediately. You do not feel the impact today. But after 5 years without financial control, you realize you have no savings, no investments, and you depend completely on your next paycheck. That is dangerous. Financial freedom begins with a simple but powerful truth. Every dollar must have a mission. When you start tracking your expenses, something interesting happens. You become aware. And when you are aware, you can make strategic decisions. You do not need to be an economics expert. You do not need to earn thousands more. You need discipline and clarity. Do this. For the next 30 days, write down absolutely everything you spend. Every coffee, every subscription, every digital purchase. No excuses. When you see the real numbers, your mindset will change, because most people underestimate how much they spend. And here's the brutal reality. If you cannot control $1,000 per month, you will not control $10,000 per month either. Income does not fix bad management. Discipline does. The first step to stop being poor is not investing in stocks. It is not buying cryptocurrency. It is not starting a business. It is controlling your current money, because wealth does not begin when you earn more. It begins when you manage better. And if you do not fix this first mistake, any other financial strategy will be useless. This is only the beginning. The second financial mistake that keeps millions of people trapped in poverty is dangerous because it looks normal. In fact, most of society considers it safe. And that mistake is relying on a single source of income. From a young age, we are taught to study, get a good job, and stay there for years. We are told that a fixed salary means stability, that a stable job means security. But no one talks about the hidden risk that exists when your entire financial system depends on one income. If your only income disappears tomorrow, what happens to your life? Most people have no answer to that question because they live month to month. If the salary is delayed, stress appears. If they lose the job, there is crisis. If the company reduces staff, fear shows up immediately. That is not financial freedom. That is financial dependence. When you rely on a single income source, your power is in someone else's hands. Your boss, your company, the economy, the government. You do not have real control. Without control, there is no true security. Wealthy people understand something fundamental. Stability does not come from a salary. It comes from diversification. Diversification means having multiple income sources. It does not matter if they are small at first. What matters is that they exist. It could be a small online business. It could be investing in index funds. It could be generating income from digital content. It could be real estate. It could be dividends. It could be anything that creates additional cash flow. The mistake is believing you need to earn a lot before you start diversifying. That is false. In fact, the earlier you start, the better. Imagine two people. Both earn the same amount. The first spends all their salary and depends only on their job. The second uses part of their salary to build a second income source. After 5 years, who will have more financial power? The answer is obvious. It is not just about money, it is about options. When you have multiple incomes, you can quit if your environment is toxic. You can negotiate your salary better. You can make decisions without extreme fear. Poverty is not always lack of money. Sometimes it is lack of options. Relying on a single income removes almost all your options. We live in a changing economy. Technology evolves. Industries disappear. New markets are born. What seems stable today may not exist in 10 years. If you do not adapt, you fall behind. Many believe diversification is complicated, but today, it has never been more accessible. The internet has created global opportunities. You can learn digital skills. You can invest from your phone. You can build assets from home. The question is not whether you can do it. The question is whether you are willing to take responsibility. The second financial mistake is mental. It is believing my job is enough. It is settling. It is thinking current comfort equals permanent security. But real security comes from building assets, not depending on salaries. If your money only comes from trading time for money, you will always be limited, because time is finite. Financially intelligent people work for two things: active income and passive income. Active income is what you earn by working. Passive income continues coming even when you are not working. When you combine both, your financial system becomes stronger. If you want to stop being poor, you need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an investor. It does not mean you must quit your job tomorrow. It means you must use your current income as a tool to build something bigger. Your salary should be the starting point, not the final destination. If you fix this mistake, your mindset changes. You start looking for opportunities. You start learning about investments. You start building. And when you build multiple income sources, fear decreases, because you no longer depend on a single thread holding your financial life. Imagine working 8, 10, even 12 hours a day, only to keep your money sitting in a bank account where it barely grows. It feels safe. It feels responsible. But in reality, it might be one of the most dangerous financial decisions you can make. The third financial mistake that keeps people poor is not overspending. It's not debt. It's not investing. Many people believe investing is only for the rich. They think you need thousands of dollars, think it's too risky. They fear losing everything, so they choose to let their money sit still. But here's the truth, no one tells you. If your money isn't growing, it's losing value. Inflation works silently every single day. Each year, the cost of living rises. Food gets more expensive. Rent increases. Transportation costs go up. But if your money sits without earning returns, its purchasing power decreases. Imagine saving $10,000 under your mattress. In 10 years, it's still $10,000. But will it buy the same things? Absolutely not. Now imagine investing that same $10,000 with an average 8% annual return. Wealthy people understand one fundamental principle. Money is an employee. Every dollar should have a job. While poor people work for money, financially intelligent people make money work for them. Investing is not gambling. It's not randomly buying things. It means putting your money into assets that grow over time. That can include index funds, strong company stocks, real estate, digital businesses, ETFs, even cryptocurrencies with strategy and education. But the biggest mistake isn't choosing the wrong investment. The biggest mistake is never starting. People often say, "I'll invest when I have more money." But the truth is, you'll never have enough if you don't start now. Compound interest is powerful. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, growing bigger as it moves. The earlier you start, the larger it becomes. For example, if you invest $200 per month starting at age 25, you could accumulate hundreds of thousands by retirement. But if you wait until 35 or 40, you'll need to invest much more to reach the same result. Time matters more than amount. Another issue is mindset. Many people grew up hearing phrases like money is dangerous, investing is for rich people, it's too risky. But what's truly risky is depending on a single salary. What if you lose your job? What if there's an economic crisis? What if your industry collapses? If you only have one income source, you're vulnerable. Investing creates freedom. It creates options. It creates real security. You don't need to be an expert to begin. Today there are simple platforms, free education, books, financial channels, and tools that didn't exist before. Start small, learn continuously, think long-term. Don't invest to get rich in 1 month. Invest to change your life in 10 or 20 years. Real wealth isn't built through luck. It's built through consistency. If you don't invest, you'll work your entire life. If you invest wisely, eventually your money will work for you. And that's the difference between surviving, thriving.